everybody, it's me, John Ward, and welcome back to another One Filmmaker, One Film. And today, my guests are...
I'm Barry Bostwick. I'm the star of this movie. I've had a long career, Golden Globes, Nobel Peace Prize, Academy Award, and I'm happy to be here today.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And our other guest is?
Bob Lindenmayer, and I'm just a total loser. I invested all of my money into a little movie called Making Megaforce, and I'm not so sure that it was the wisest use of funds in my life. But 5-6 years later, we're talking with you, John, because we found somebody to actually watch it. And I'm assuming you enjoyed enough of it to want to talk to Barry Bostwick and myself, Bob Lindenmayer, about this thing.
The Thing, yes.
Yeah, I watched maybe about 20 minutes of it. I got the grasp and said, well, I think I could probably, just kind of flub my way through it. So, it was okay. It was an all right documentary. There's been better, what can I say?
And I don't even know why we're continuing this then. You have to be a devout fan and have watched it at least 100 times, just like those fans for Rocky Horror Picture Show that I follow me around for the last 50 years. I'm hoping you're going to be a Megaforce fan, and you should at least have seen it 100 times to have the privilege to talk to Barry Bostwick. And as Bob Lindenmayer, I'm very proud of the work, and I'll go to my grave saying that. And that quite soon.
Which will be quite soon.
Better not. No, I'm. You know what? Well. Basically, what we are. Let me see if I could do this because I haven't done this with 3 people on here. So we're going to add a picture here because this is what we're here for. There we go. It works. So we are here talking about Making Megaforce, and this is a documentary made by a fan, which is why I really enjoy it. I've watched it twice. I'm sorry, not 100 times. So I got to go 98 more times. I know. I'm bad. But I have seen Megaforce at least 10 times. Does that count?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You're the only one, which is good.
Yeah. Oh, there's got to be more people out there. There has to be. The Megaforce is such a great movie. It's so awesome.
That's what we're hoping. Yeah.
Well, see, I wish I knew that this documentary existed while you were crowdfunding, because I definitely would have promoted it. I would have contributed to it. It never popped up on my feed. And then one day
Bob, how did you let that pass? Was that just poor planning, or?
It was just poor. I was busy making the film. So, I honestly think the crowdfunding thing is still open and live.
Did you hear that, John? You can throw money.
Yes.
No.
Okay. That's good. I like that because this is, I mean, Megaforce came out in 1982. And I remember seeing it in the theater. I'm 57. So I saw it. I graduated high school in 86 and I saw it in 82. So
yeah, you're right there with me. I graduated in 87. So yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, it's a sweet spot. So did Barry.
Well, yes. Well, I mean, we all look the same age. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And I just remember loving this film. I originally owned it on VHS, and it was in that big kind of box.
Yeah.
20th Century Fox box. Yeah. And it cost like $100 to buy it because back then those movies were really expensive. This is the poster for the original movie, and which is a great poster. Look at that. That's got some beautiful art on there. And I just remember loving it. So I owned the VHS. I then later on owned a DVD-R burn of the movie because it just wasn't available
It was not,
and
yeah.
it took a long time, and I put a Post-it on that just said Megaforce 1982, and then I found it on. Take that off here. So then I found this.
Yep, I remember that one.
So this is done really nicely, and it's got like an insert and everything inside. And this was from Hen's Tooth Video.
You know, the interesting thing about that DVD is the audio is 11% faster than it should be. So Barry and everybody is pitched up a little bit.
Oh, that's why I've never worked up to that movie.
That's right. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's later versions of it
like
now.
Hey guys, come on, follow me into battle. Hey.
That's right.
Hey. So a little bit like Mickey Mouse going into battle. So.
That's right.
But recently, I just found this.
Yep, the Japanese one. That one's really good. Yeah.
So I rewatched this one last night. So maybe now I've seen it like 11 times.
Yeah.
And it's got everything is in, Japanese. So, but you're able to take off the subtitles, which is nice.
Yeah. It's really great. It's really great. There's there's one more that you won't be able to find. It's from Umbrella Entertainment that came out 2 years ago. And I actually worked on that one. So Umbrella Entertainment's a DVD studio in Australia, and they did a limited edition, I think 200 copies of it, and it comes with swag, an original Megaforce fan kit, stickers, Megaforce hat, a poster.
I never got one of those. You were going to give me one.
We sold it at the Comic-Con.
Oh. I mean, money was more important than memorabilia?
Apparently. I still have a couple copies here, so don't worry about it. You'll end up selling those too, though.
Can they reissue it in some way now that this is coming out?
Yeah, there's I probably can't publicly talk about it, but something happened last week that is pretty exciting for a potential US re-release of Megaforce in 4K. I'm still talking with those guys. And obviously the idea is, because this is what I do, I just attach myself like a leech to anything associated with Megaforce. So I'm hoping that one will be a real swell, proper release with the proper stereo tracks. So apparently the masters of Megaforce got lost to time. So everybody is using the VHS audio on their DVDs, but because I'm me, I have an original Japanese Megaforce Laserdisc, which has full true stereo on it. So with the Umbrella Entertainment release, I stripped out all the audio from the Laserdisc and sent them to them, and they remixed it. So it's the gold standard as far as if you can find it online. I think they're going for like $200 or $300 now online. It's crazy, but the audio is phenomenal in it.
So when it's done, and if it's released domestically, will it have all that new audio and all of that stuff and all of the, I want to say, crap that you added to it?
That's the hope. That's the hope.
Good.
Yeah. And hopefully, if everything goes our way,
it's going to go our way.
Hopefully our film will be on it as well. So, because then I won't have to worry about distribution. So,
wait a minute. Say that again. I was thinking about myself. Go ahead. Say that again.
I was just saying I'm going to try to get Making Megaforce bolted onto this new DVD release. So it'll be like a 2-disc set kind of thing.
Well, will we get paid for that, or are you just giving it away like you do with most everything in your life?
I'm trying to make a little bit of money now.
No,
But
don't start.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably give it away for free. You know me.
Why? It's such a good movie. What are we talking about? Making Megaforce?
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
Well, you know,
John,
I
John, just step in anytime because Bob and I will just talk back and forth sarcastically and/or with love.
All right. Well, let's bring up that this is already then Making Megaforce has already won awards.
Yes. It has. It has.
Look at that. So that's the Film Invasion Los Angeles Awards, Making Megaforce, Best and Fest winner 2025.
Yeah,
I mean, right.
This deserves a 4K release. You know, deserves to not just be in the special features, but have, like you said, like a double disc, its own movie. So,
exactly.
On top of you guys talking about, in the documentary, also audio commentary over you talking about the movie in the documentary.
Exactly. All the talking. LA Film Invasion. Those guys were amazing. And then the first film festival that took a chance on our strange little film about an old movie that nobody cares about. And what was really great about it is not only did we win, we won best film, not best documentary. So like we won best film, and then we won
best supporting actor. You can say it. Best supporting actor.
and then and then one of us in the film won best supporting actor.
Should have been you.
Except you're the only actor in it.
You tried very hard.
Thanks. We also won best editing for a feature film, and we also won the audience award for best film. So
nice.
We got we got 4 right out of the gate, which is amazing. Again, LA Film Invasion and Jeff Howard, who runs it, was amazing. And Barry and I were there for the premiere. It was a sold out standing room only crowd. It was a good night. Do you remember that night, Barry?
No, but of course
you were there. It's great. I got pictures.
Yes, I do. Your children were there, who are not children anymore.
That's right.
They were children when we started making this film.
Yes.
I think it's great that your kids are in the movie and that they're really supportive. Normally they're like, "Ew, Dad, you're embarrassing me," but this they're into. Especially your son.
Yeah, no, they were totally into it. They grew up with my special way of moving through life. So they were totally game. And of course, that is kind of the subtext of the film too, hopefully, is just the, family and fathers of all different ilk, and, and how a bunch of boys can, relate to each other in the modern world too, right? Like everybody's just so supportive. And I don't know, Barry, this is where you say soundbite.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. When you got to ilk, I'm going, ilk. No, ilk. Ilk. No, move it along, man. You got to come up with short answers. John doesn't have all day, and neither do I. I got to go in the pool for a good half hour in a minute.
All right.
Can't delay that. No.
Jesus Christ. Ilk. I love ilk, though. Ilk is something.
Well, on top of this, you've also, both of you have been doing something fun. Is this? It's a little blurry. It's the best I could find online, but it's a double feature. That you had at a movie theater, I believe, Frida, and
That's
double
right.
feature of Making Megaforce and Megaforce. There was also a Q&A with Bob at the end of it. This is something I would love to have out here in Vegas. I think would be amazing.
Yeah, we got to get down there, right? I mean, Vegas was the birthplace of Megaforce. The entire thing was filmed within 60 miles of there. So, you know, it's a really good piece of
Why don't we do
history.
an outdoor screening on one of those big inflatable screens out in the desert
On
where
Lake Jean, yeah.
where we filmed it? How
That'd be
far
fun.
how far out of downtown Vegas was that?
Like a half hour.
Okay. That's too far. People don't give a shit for a half hour. They would have done it. But a half hour.
15 minutes. Yeah, not a half an hour though. No.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But I mean, but that's, yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Totally fun. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, yeah, can you imagine seeing this on the big screen again? I mean, look at that. Look at that there. That is pure powerhouse 80s right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, and then people can also enjoy this. I mean, look at that.
Oh, check out this picture. All right, so this is one of my favorite pictures of Megaforce because this is an official lobby card, right? And on the lower left-hand side of the screen, there's a crew member with a Coors beer hat who's in the shot.
That's true.
Is this the picture that's up on now? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way down in the corner. There's a guy with a red hat. Yeah, and like glasses, like sunglasses.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
that's
do you see that in the movie?
No. This was just the promo shot. The camera's right above his head for the actual shot in the movie. But I've just always been like, who is that guy? Yeah.
That's funny. Well, I told a friend of mine, his name is Philip, and he goes on YouTube as OGP. And I said, have you ever heard of a movie called Megaforce? Have you seen it? And he goes, is that the movie with the guy on the flying motorcycle? And I said, of course it is. Yes, it is. Because everybody knows the flying motorcycle scene.
Yeah,
so
right.
And this was so great to watch again. And then it's funny is I went to the theaters to see the new Superman movie, and then I kind of rewatched a lot of the old ones, and then saw on Making Megaforce that they went to the guy who made Christopher Reeve fly, so you could believe him. So
yeah,
then,
Warren Persick, yeah,
seeing this, watching this just last night, I'm just like, okay, that's the same guy who made Superman fly. So, Mr. Ace Hunter. What are your memories of flying a rocket flying motorcycle? Was it very exciting?
I don't remember a goddamn thing. I'm just looking at this picture. I'm going, aerodynamically, Bob, this motorcycle would never fly with those two little tin wings, right?
Correct.
That was like a last minute fix to try to get me into the back of that plane. And I think we talked about this. It was, people are confirming that it was my idea to fly into the plane.
That's right.
So but I must have told them at the last minute. So all they could get are those little, tin
pieces of cardboard. Yeah, exactly. In the script, there's no flying motorcycle. You just no.
Oh, how did he get into the plane? Do you know what the original thought was on that?
I think he just jumps it onto the ramp, and the plane wasn't in the air. I should know this, but I just know so many things about Megaforce. It's like lemmings. The Megaforce information comes on one side and falls off the other and just recycles itself. But yeah. Hopefully somebody make a documentary about it so we can all remember it.
Have it as a little extra at the end of your film.
That's right. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, but the idea was Barry's concept of the flying motorcycle. That's the story we're going with.
I'll accept that.
I think it's genius. I think it's a lot of movies you kind of click to see how far you're into it. Like, oh wow, is this done yet? I did it once with Megaforce, and I was almost to the very end. Yeah. I'm like, wow, this movie's almost done. And it's like, God, this thing still goes by so quickly. You know, for 2025, for a movie that was made in 1982, it goes by really quickly. And I think in the documentary, you mention that you wanted the length of the documentary to basically be the same length as the movie, as Megaforce.
Yeah.
Now, when you're doing that, are they like, ooh, I don't know if we want to really add this scene in because maybe nothing happens, and so we're gonna, but I need to make it longer to fit that. Was there any of that, or did you have a lot of footage and you could just kind of narrow it down to that time?
No, it was the second one for sure. I could have easily made a 6-hour documentary that had no fluff in it. I mean, Barry may disagree with this, but no, we just decided to narrow it down and get it tidy, and of course the runtime matching Megaforce was just kind of a sweet little idea. Obviously, we were gonna make sure the story and the narrative of my film worked out, and if it was within a couple minutes of that, we could nip and tuck to.
I didn't know you did that, Bob. Really?
Yeah, man, it's deep. It's deep. Every frame has something to do with Megaforce or.
No, I got that part. The part is you wanted it to be exactly the same length as Megaforce's movie?
Yeah, I thought that was a fun idea.
Well, it was a fun idea, but why the hell did you do it? Jesus, you can take 20 minutes out of this thing and you won't miss nothing. You won't miss anything.
As long as it's not your 20 minutes.
No. You can take 20 minutes out of all of the vehicle stuff.
I know.
20 minutes of you and me just bullshitting together, which I think is the fun part.
Agreed.
You know, I think we should add something from this interview right now to the movie.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. You put him at the very end of the credits.
Yeah. And with me saying, why is this movie so long?
And now we know. So,
right.
So in the movie, it is explained how you got Speeder. Do you want to explain that, because that's what your name up on the screen is, or do you want to let people discover it in the movie?
That's up to Barry.
I'm sorry, I missed the what? The theater? The what?
Bob has up Speeder, and so people may not know what that is if they haven't seen the documentary yet.
Speeder. Yeah. Well, that's when I liked him, and and we were bullshitting around with everybody should have a Megaforce name. John, what's your Megaforce name? It should be like the Bookie.
I like the Bookie.
Yeah, you're the Bookie, because I see behind
you.
I see all books behind you, and what are those? All pornographic books behind you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hide them. No. So you're Bookie. Bob is Speeder, because he was named Speeder because I wanted him to finish the goddamn movie, and I thought if I called him Speeder, he'd speed up. Well, I should have called him Slower.
Right.
You know? But
Snail.
Speeder has stuck with him. So everybody has to, when they're just. Huh?
No, I really enjoy having a Megaforce name. It's amazing. It's one of my first waking thoughts every morning.
Is Speeder.
Yeah. How many days in a row do you go, Barry, without somebody calling you one of your characters from a film? Like, do you have an entire day where you're just Barry and not that guy from Rocky Horror, not Brad or not Ace Hunter? Do you have like normal Barry days?
Well, my nickname in Rocky Horror is Asshole, right?
Right.
And I hear that every day from my wife.
That's funny. That's what I thought my name was with my mom for like the first 10 years of my life.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you get called movie names? So, like, does somebody walk up to you and go, "Hey, Rocky Horror Picture Show," or they go, "Hey, Pirates of Penzance," or "Hey, it's Megaforce"? Do they do that?
Usually, it's called from a parking lot. "Hey, asshole!" Where was it? A couple of weeks ago, so I was somewhere, and I'd be walking down the street, and the attendants in front of a hotel would yell, "Hey, asshole!" And I'd just keep walking, and I'd sort of go, "Hey, yeah, that's me." Yeah, no, I'm. Well, I do a lot of these conventions now because it's the 50th anniversary of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it's the 120th anniversary of when we started to make Megaforce.
Roughly, yeah, right around there. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so yeah, but it's an interesting question. Sure, where I live, people are so used to me going into restaurants and stuff in this little town that I live in that I'm not really much of a celebrity here. I can't even get the gardener to weed.
Man.
Well, did you tell him that you got Best Supporting Actor in this movie? Maybe that would tip the scales.
Well, no, are you going to send me the actual trophy or whatever?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll put that on the front doorstep, and next time the guys here to do the lawn and stuff, I'll show them that, and I'll say, "Man, get with the game."
That's right. That's right. And you can hold the screen door open with it too.
Yeah.
Well, I think you should win an award for this movie.
Which is that movie?
Some guy who kills people.
You know what? I think that's a really good movie, and it was not seen by a lot of people, unfortunately. Which is a lot of the sort of interesting films I've done in the past. Nobody has seen. So sort of like Megaforce, and
you've made a whole career out of movies that
movies
people don't see.
Yeah. But that one's good. Have you seen that one, Bob?
I have not. No.
Oh, you got to see it. It's really a fun movie. It's a movie that has themes and a style of movie that it constantly shifts between heartrending family stuff and gore and thriller, and I'm very sort of tongue-in-cheek police officer who smart but sarcastic. Oh, that's sort of like somebody I
interesting know. Yeah, I wonder how they figured you out for that role.
I don't know, but it's and I my girlfriend is Karen Black in it, and if you know who she is, dead now.
Yeah, she's good in it. You also got Kevin Corrigan.
Kevin, yeah, Kevin's great in it. He's very, very simple, and you just don't know where it's going because of his talent, his ability to sort of hide his motivations, and it's really, if you haven't seen it, Bob Speeder, I suggest you see it.
All right. I'll watch anything with you, obviously. I watched Megaforce.
Yeah, but have you seen Metal Beast?
I have seen Metal Beast, yes.
Oh, wow.
Project Metal Beast, yes. I believe I own that one, so yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Huh? It was released by like a little niche company, so I definitely own that one. So, well, I also, because I grabbed a few out here, I watched this one again. This is actually on a 4-pack, Wet and Very Wild Pack, 4 complete films. This is The Asylum. So I rewatched 2010 Moby Dick. So how was it playing Ahab?
It was short. That was one of those shoot the film in 5 days and go home. It was who did that movie? That was the people who did Sharknado.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What else is on that? I can't see it.
Shark Week.
Yeah.
Two-headed shark attack.
Oh.
Always.
And Mega Piranha. So you are in the presence of these movies here.
Really bad CGI. I mean, yeah, the whale in this, it was like they did a close up of a guppy and then blew it up, and it is the worst CGI I've ever seen. While I give one of my best performances as Ahab, with
That's
a
You
right.
give
scar on my face
100%.
and a limp, and I have a leg missing, and um, it's
Well, and
yeah.
there's the for the big finale there was they gave you some crappy prop spear gun.
Oh yeah, they gave me a what do you call it? Those little guns that you do fish, underwater.
Spear fishing. Yeah.
Yeah, spear fishing gun. And they said, "Well, here's your prop to kill the whale." And I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you people? I can't go." I mean, this was Christmas money as it was. It wasn't. I wasn't doing it, for the love of the genre. And I said, I mean, I'm gonna be thinking. I look foolish enough that and so I went home that night and I made a gun that would pass.
I've got lid.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay.
And I still have it in storage. And my wife says, "Why are you keeping that piece of shit around?" And I said, "It reminds me of the time that I saved my career."
That's right. Isn't there some other story about that? Not that we should be talking about other movies besides our movie, but like, weren't you like stuck out in that Zodiac boat by yourself? Right, you take the boat and the spear gun out to the CGI shark, and you were out in the ocean.
Long Harbor.
Yeah.
That's
and wasn't there some?
That's how far we went for that.
Right.
Within the 30-mile. I don't even know if it was Union.
I thought there was some danger, or they thought they were going to
probably
kill you or something.
I think I hit the throttle or something and almost got thrown off the back and chewed up by the prop.
That sounds about right. Luckily, this time I'm going to bring it back. So you did your own stunt work in making Megaforce as well.
No, I didn't. And as you see, when you look at the film Making Megaforce, you'll see all the brilliant guys who did all of our stunts. And I would say this was like one of the last movies that was all very practical, right? I mean, there was nothing in it that was CGI'd or except my lifting off the ground and coming into the back of the plane, but all of
exactly
was practical, right?
No, it was real guys jumping shitty motorcycles 40 feet in the air and hoping that they landed and survived. And those outfits, right? There's well, they all had to wear the gold jumpsuits, right? So there's like no padding or anything. Like, when we were talking with your buddy Jack Gill for his big motorcycle crash scene. I mean, you look at the shots in the film, and yeah, he just jumps off a motorcycle at 40 miles an hour onto the ground. It's unbelievable.
And there's a lot of great model work in there too. It's
totally,
like huge explosions, like at the very beginning of the movie, that Henry Silva's blowing up. I'm like, oh, that's a model, but it looks great.
Yeah, those are all the Introvision guys. It was one of 3 movies I think filmed in Introvision before it went away. But all of it's really great. Like, you can't even tell it's effects work for the most part, which is amazing.
What is Introvision? I forget. I mean, that's not like, what was that Introvision? Was that the CGI thing at the end?
No, that was the Superman guy. The Introvision stuff, like all your, like the base, the Megaforce base, Eagle 1 and everything, all those were models as well.
We were all green screen behind?
Well, no, that was the kind of the cool thing about Introvision is you could do in-camera composites with it. So they would film the models, and if you look through the eyepiece of the Introvision camera, you could see the entire set in there. So they could just tell you guys to walk around, and you could walk in between different sections of models and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really great.
but they don't
Did
do
you
They don't do that anymore. No.
did you have to do anything like that for the documentary for making Megaforce? Did you have to kind of rig anything up to make it work, or?
There was lots of rigging of things in making Megaforce, for sure. Right. Like I employed a lot of helpers, but for the most part, it was just me. If I needed a boom to hang off the side of my truck in order to get some of this footage of the buggies and stuff like that, that was just all me. Very much like Moby Dick, just full Captain Ahab on what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, right, because those, like the Megaforce motorcycles and the dune buggies, right? Like they don't arrive at your house washed and waxed and running, right?
Yeah.
So it took 6 years because 4 of those years were me trying to put these old trash stunt vehicles back together again. So,
But how did you know that 6 years ago you started doing footage 6 years ago when the kids were very small? Was it just you were making family movies, and then it all sort of ended up, oh yeah, well we can use that in the documentary? I mean,
yeah.
did you think ahead?
I didn't think I had that much. No. At the time when my kids are young with the first Mega Destroyer, I had, that was just all family footage and screwing around. And then through the development of making the film, right? Like initially it was going to be a straight up documentary about the making of Megaforce. And as we got into it and as Barry and I's relationship blossomed, it was like, oh shit, this movie is actually just kind of about me and my journey in trying to complete this thing. So I can feel as good as I felt when I was 10 years old before my family blew up. So then luckily I had all that old footage of my kids doing that stuff, and a bunch of people, probably not Barry, but everybody else was like, geez, we need to kind of like, who is this guy Bob? And
I wanted to know who you were. I wanted to know if you were a stalker. And
have you decided yet who I am as far as that goes? Half stalker.
Yeah, you are all of the things that you always carry weapons, Megaforce prop weapons that didn't do anything, and you won't stop calling me Bob. I'm just,
No.
6 years of these calls, and I as much as I love you, back off, man.
Well, while watching Making Megaforce, this may be a weird analogy, but I was thinking Tim Burton's Ed Wood. Is here you have the fan and the star, and they meet and they become friends basically, until the end. And minus the heroine, that Lugosi was doing, I kind of, in a way, looked at it in that type of relationship, and that it's sometimes fans can't be friends with the star. But in some cases it can. And in your guys' case, it did. How did you meet? Like, what started this whole thing?
Bob, you tell that story.
So there was Okay, I'm trying to make it short, which is taking more time. Barry was in this film, another independent film, and as part of their crowdfunding strategy, they said if you give us $200, we'll have Barry Bostwick do a film commentary for Megaforce. And I was the only guy that signed up for that. And then through talking to the directors of this other film, I was like, I know a little bit about Megaforce too. If you want me to, come down and help you. And they said yes. And they asked Barry if this Megaforce guy could come down. And at the time they were like, oh, thank God, because none of us really remember anything about Megaforce. So I flew to Barry's house and sat down, met him. And then he pulled out a bottle of tequila and we drank the bottle and did a Megaforce commentary. And through that 97 minutes, a friendship was born.
Aww. And it still goes to this day.
It does. It really does. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and you made me like put hats on and shit and took pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, I'm going, what? Really? Did you put the jacket on too with that thing?
Yeah. The jacket. I made you put the blue headband on and
the blue headband.
Yeah.
So I did all this for that other movie. And little did I know that 6 years later, I still own that headband because you had a drawer full of them. And every time you see me, you give me a headband.
A headband or a patch. Yeah.
Headband on. Put your headband on. I want to take a picture. Put your headband on.
Of course, when we were at the end of the movie, you were asking whether you wanted to wear the headband at the end of making Megaforce.
That headband is legendary.
Oh yeah, no, I love that headband. I've got one of them in my drawer. Well, actually, I met giving him Bob. But a question.
So people look at that headband. Right there. There's that.
From that first time we met and we did that commentary, is that somewhere to be seen? Do you own that?
Yeah, well, so that was audio commentary. So I've got a bunch of photos of us fucking around, obviously, but our audio commentary, the first time Bob and Barry meet, is actually on that Umbrella Entertainment DVD. I got that in there. So Barry and I talk throughout the entire Megaforce movie, sometimes not about Megaforce, but interesting thing about that, and this was one movie that Barry did and it wasn't successful and he moved on with his career. And when I initially met him, everybody was like, oh, well, let's just make fun of this old cheesy movie. And you can really see you can really hear in the commentary that I kind of come in and I change Barry's mind about it. By the end of it, he's like, oh, I get why this is important to at least me or 10-year-old boys in general. And that was the initial kernel of the idea of me making a documentary. It's just like, well, if I can actually, change the hearts and minds of the lead actor, maybe I can do that for the rest of the world too, right? And you can really see that in my film as far as, yes, it's campy and yes, it's cheesy and a little silly and naive, but at the same time, that's what they were trying to do. And they were 100% successful at it. So, whether the box office, supports that or not, it's a successful movie based on what they were trying to do. And through the journey of my film, which is very similar, you end up at the end of my film, hopefully loving Megaforce. And if you didn't like it, now you understand why you could like it, or or you can't wait to see Megaforce after the journey you go on with me, showing like why it's important and necessary and all that. Because Barry loves Megaforce now.
He's sleeping through it right now.
He's sleeping through it right now. Yeah.
Well, what I found interesting is, from the documentary, is that this was originally supposed to be like a huge franchise with like a ton of merchandise and all that. And you could see that while watching the movie. And I looked at the budget's $20 million, but the film only made $5.7 million.
Yeah.
So that was, and I would love to see this thing have some sort of revival and start maybe to make that money back. Because while I was watching Megaforce, I was watching Making Megaforce, I'm like, what if they did a sequel to Megaforce? Kind of like Top Gun Maverick, if it was like Megaforce Ace Hunter. Yeah. And then Barry comes back as, the older commander, and he has to take on the young Megaforce guys and girls that are all smart asses and they think they know everything. 100%. And he's got to train them the Megaforce way. And so I'm just like, I want this movie. I want Megaforce 2. I don't want a remake. No. It could be a requel, I guess, passing of the torch. But I want to see a sequel to Megaforce.
So do I.
Didn't you write one, Bob?
Yeah. So they actually wrote a sequel to Megaforce at the same time as the original. So there is a Megaforce 2 script from 1981 that I own. And it's a 40-page treatment, and it's literally called Megaforce 2: The Next Adventure. And between that and my own kind of thoughts on how to do a new movie, and obviously Barry's the star, and it's it's kind of the Wrath of Khan vibe, right? Hopefully we can get Michael Beck involved.
I love Michael Beck. Yeah,
better hurry. We're not getting any younger.
I know. Well, hopefully I just got done with this one, so the next one's gonna take half the time.
I did notice in Megaforce on Michael Beck's uniform something that would not fly today. He's got the Confederate flag on there a couple times, so I don't think that would be included.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about not interesting. Like obviously it was of its time, and it probably shouldn't have been on, there then either. But like in the Making Megaforce documentary, every scene from Megaforce, I digitally pulled the Confederate flag off his uniform.
Oh,
you did?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's Jesus. Now we can't even talk about that. Really?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't my job to perpetuate any of that, and also, if you start talking, right, it would have derailed the film to kind of address that. We did shoot a bunch of stuff around the stars and bars and etc. And again, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. That's not the movie I wanted to make, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't like the Nazi symbol or anything. I mean, it was, you went to a lot of trouble and time and energy and money to do all that, didn't you? I mean, it's
well, it was all me. So, right. Like, obviously I'm working for free. So I don't know what my labor is on this movie, but no, it just felt important to me. In order for people to really understand the Megaforce that I loved as a kid, right? Because as a kid, when you watch that, in the 80s, the Confederate flag was just right. It was on the Dukes of Hazzard car, right? Like it wasn't a big deal back then, and now that it is, I didn't want it to distract from loving Megaforce,
I guess
you
it's
know, in the modern age, right? I didn't want to pull people out, right? Because it'd be very easy to like hate on Megaforce because of that imagery now, and and that wasn't the conceit of the movie at the time, and that wasn't their intention at the time. But as these films get older and the world grows, like it was a distraction from loving Megaforce, so I removed it.
But that's probably Hal Needham, right? I mean, Hal Needham that mindset, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he was a good old boy for sure.
And he's in the movie too. So
yeah, he's in the movie a couple times. Yeah,
because I found it interesting because he's the only one that has that particular patch. Like Ace has the American flag, or if it's somebody, there's the Chinese, China flag. There's all the like the country's flag. He's the only one that has like a Southern flag. So you would think he would have the American flag on there because he's an American. But instead it's that. And I'm just like, ooh, that's not going to fly today.
Yeah, not today. Right at the time, I'm sure it was a metaphor for, Dallas's character is supposed to be the unpredictable rebel scallywag where, and Hal Needham being from the South, right? I mean, you can just see it in all his movies, right? Like the rogue, he really maps that to kind of Southern sensibilities, whether it's Burt Reynolds, or Dallas and Megaforce, right? Like, he didn't have, obviously he didn't have the views and the information that we have today on how that would not be, that's not what some people want to see for sure. And that's the other kind of interesting thing about Megaforce is, for the time and Hal Needham being that a type of director who was using, tropes of the time, right? Like he treated Persis Kambata and the international cast of Megaforce really even-handed for 1982, like way more so than most of his other films, which, I mean, Cannonball Run, there's some pretty racist shit in that movie. So, right. I mean, there is. And at the time, again, I'm not making an excuse for it, but at the time that just wasn't on as many people's radar. So,
Yeah, he's an interesting director. I mean, Smokey and the Bandit 1 and 2, and then Cannonball Run in 1 and 2, and being a stuntman, director, an actor. He's an interesting guy. I did watch the documentary about him after he passed, and then watched the Burt Reynolds one too.
Yeah, that's a great doc.
Yeah, so he was a very interesting guy, and and then was it? Where did I see it? I don't think it was in your doc. I don't think it was in Making Megaforce. Maybe I read it someplace else when I was looking up Hal Needham stuff for this. Is that the Brad Pitt character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
They based him off of Hal Needham.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. And and Tarantino is just such a film historian. It just makes sense. Like if you're gonna make a, Hal Needham was the template for, like, when you think stunt guy, you're actually thinking of Hal Needham because like he was the real deal as far as cowboy outlaw stunt guy. So
yeah. Well, so speaking of, I'm sorry, Barry, go on.
Who else was considered to play Ace Hunter, and why didn't they do it?
Well, for sure, I know Michael Douglas was asked to be Ace Hunter. He was probably just busy.
I don't think he would have had the flair. You know, Michael, he's a great actor, but I don't think he would have had the flair that, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, it wouldn't have been, obviously the movie would be different, and you can, you know, there's nobody. Yeah, I can't think of anybody really who could have contained that character.
They should have asked. Didn't they ask Burt Reynolds in the beginning because of his relationship with Hal, or had that, you know, been watered down or over?
No, I'm pretty sure they asked Burt Reynolds. And again, I don't want to, like, I think he was momentarily tired of car stunt movies, right? Like, Burt Reynolds was really trying to kind of explore other sides of acting before he realized that, you know, all right, the money's in these kind of jokier farce films that he became famous for. So, you know, to that point, Jerry Reed from Smokey the Man was supposed to play Dallas as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But it's you. I think that with Barry, you have a stage actor, you have a screen actor, you have somebody who can sing, and then with all of these things, you also have somebody who has to dance on stage. When you take somebody like that, when you have somebody who has multiple facets that they can contribute to the character, you know, like him in that picture standing on the, you know, on the ramp, he kind of twirled and got onto the ramp.
Exactly.
You may not get that with Burt Reynolds or Michael Douglas. Oh, what happened to Barry?
Calling Eagle Base. Maybe it's
up. We'll see if he comes back in.
We'll see if he comes back. Yeah, thing. So, you know, in the 50s and 60s.
There we go. He's back.
Yeah, and you were saying some nice things about me, and I think I just didn't want to hear them.
Yeah. well, I was just going to continue that, right? Like Burt Lancaster back in the day, right? Like he was a circus performer and a dancer, and you kind of see how he moves through the frame, even in action movies and stuff. And it's very, like, you know, Barry has that also, right? Like, he's got this miracle quality, right? He's just not going to stomp up the ramp of a plane, right? Like, you know,
it's going to be the spin.
It's a full body. It's a full heart and body performance for sure, which I know you were thinking at the time.
Yeah, right. I'm going to skip up that ramp like an ex-Broadway dancer. Yeah. No.
You totally did, man. It was amazing. The crowd goes wild when they see that shit.
Yeah.
It's a great little moment. And when you can add something like that, I'll use an example. Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. I'm a big Monkees fan. He was an actor who then got into singing, and then, you know, he went on to the show. So he's putting his acting into the singing. So the songs are much more dramatic. Something like I'm a Believer sounds different from him because he's applying two different things, where a singer would maybe only apply one. You know, or if it's just like a regular actor, that person may only apply one. But the more facets you have, the more abilities you have, you can apply that to the character, which is why I think Ace Hunter stands out from a lot of these other people. You know, very positive, very, taking control, very, and then being able to move instead of, just kind of hard hitting the ground and just, not really being that interesting. Ace is a much more interesting character. So,
well, that's interesting. Thank you for saying that. I was probably totally unaware of what I was bringing to the part, other than a theatricality and an overacting ability.
Well, I wouldn't say overacting, larger than life.
Larger than life, yeah, right. And I mean, your mandate was basically like, right, you you were fresh off Pirates of Penzance, and obviously you were on stage a lot, and that's that's what they wanted for the role, right?
Yeah, that's something that's in this documentary that you made, where they were talking about the controversy over what should be the tone of the character of Ace Hunter, and probably the whole movie. And I had forgotten that I got stuck in the middle of that controversy between the producers and the director about how to approach Ace Hunter's energy. And and thank you. This documentary sort of gives me an out of how I approach the character, because at one moment I'm the pirate king, and the next moment I'm trying to be some kind of a
action
warrior,
hero,
or a lover who I don't know. It just was. I was all over the board, but because of what you discovered in making this movie, your movie, I forgive myself.
Yeah, Barry actually shadow financed this whole thing just to give himself an out.
Yes, right.
Well, so we're at that 1 hour point. Did you want to hang out for a little bit, or do you guys?
Yeah, we can answer a couple of bit more questions since Barry and I have just been fucking around. So if you have any curiosity, or you just want to say how awesome our movie is, we'll give you a couple minutes to do that.
It is awesome. Before this comes out, I'm going to release a review of the movie too.
Oh, nice.
I think it's a 5 out of 5. I really do. I even teared up a little bit at the end.
Oh, good.
Being a filmmaker myself, being a fan myself, being my age, and seeing the movie way back then, it really struck a chord, and I really enjoyed it. So I think that people should definitely watch it. I think they should. What do you think? Making first and then Megaforce, or Megaforce first and then making Megaforce?
We've had a lot of conversations about that. The screening at the Frida, we did my film first, and then Megaforce, and the people who had not seen Megaforce were very excited to see it. Right, like my film can convert a normal person into watching and enjoying Megaforce. Whereas, I think if you start with Megaforce, you're of a certain ilk. I'm going to use that word again, Barry. Right? Like, I think there is a potential, if you don't know what Megaforce is and you watch Megaforce first, you may end up just kind of leaving a little confused, like most of the normal people did who weren't 10-year-old boys in the time. So I don't know. What do you think, John, as far as, they're definitely meshed together, right? If you saw Megaforce first, then a lot of the gags and inside baseball stuff that we reference in my movie, will pay off, right? If you can keep paying attention.
Are people going to give 3 hours of their day and life to this? Is it? And you're saying you whet their appetite for going and seeing Megaforce, the real Megaforce, with the right frame of mind, right?
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Yeah.
Couldn't you have said that a little quicker?
Probably.
Yeah, everybody.
I'm working on it, man.
Anymore? I think we're still recording, but I think I'm the only face I see. So therefore, I think maybe having trouble connecting. This is often caused by an unstable internet connection. Move closer to your router if you're on Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're still here. We can
see
see you.
Me.
You're still good. I see
but
you.
It says I'm in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Yes.
It's true. They just cut your video.
I don't see you guys at all. So maybe this interview is over. What do you think?
Can you see us now? Is that better?
No, Barry may have lost us.
No,
Are you good, Barry?
The
I think
pool
Barry's
is
good.
calling me.
All right, buddy.
Oh, no.
Thank you. I'll hang out for a second.
Okay, thank you for really, thank you. This is an honor, so I really appreciate it.
Barry out.
Barry out. That was excellent. So I have 2 pictures left, and then if you want to take off, you can, because these are 2 of my favorite pictures. Hoping Barry was still here to comment on these, but I love these 2 shots. This,
yeah,
that is just great. Here you have actor, fan turned director. You got the Star Log magazine, and right below the log, there it is. There's Megaforce right there.
That's right.
So what?
I'm also wearing a very rare Casio Megaforce watch that they came out with.
Sweet.
Yeah, I love that picture too. It's so good.
Yeah, that is just it's really nice. And then this is a little blurry, but it's the best I could find. But I just like it's you 2 walking away, just friends walking back to the the Megaforce vehicles, and it's just like kind of like a nice picture to kind of end this with. So.
Yeah, thanks. Well, and it's a good tease. It's a good tease for the documentary as well. Yeah, this picture is actually it's a frame from my film, and all the film festivals. They're like, we need a marketing picture, and you can only pick one, to go up on all these film fests, and it has to be from the film. And so, yeah, I thought this picture kind of sums up everything. So I'm glad you agree.
Yeah,
so that was such a good day. Oh my God. Which we can talk more about once some spoilers are out in the world. Then we can come back and really start swinging if you got more questions on stuff. Because
once it becomes really available and everything, I'd love to have you back on to really talk kind of just really getting into the documentary itself and what was going on with it, because there's a scene in the documentary that I absolutely loved where actor meets actor at a convention, and I'm being a huge fan of both. Can I say what that is, or is that?
Yeah, for sure. That's not a spoiler. So.
Oh, I think Barry's trying to come back at the stage. There he is. Hey, you're back.
I don't know why I left. Are you guys still talking? Because Bob's not.
We are.
Yeah.
So I just showed him this picture here. What is your take on this? What do you think of this picture here? I love this picture.
Oh, I love that picture too. And unfortunately, none of that interview was actually in the documentary where we were sitting there talking, right, Bob?
There's
we entered that
20
place.
seconds.
The props, but my hair was very good that day, and I'm very upset that there's not more of it. Movie.
Well, when we cut the 20 minutes out of all the dune buggy stuff, we'll just put that back in. Because you're right, that was a good day. We had a good conversation that day, and that was with John, the guy who owned that condemned building we were sneaking around in. So
I love that building, and we took a lot of great still pictures in it because it was such a ramshackle old. Everything had been there for 40 years, and colors on the wall and everything. I love that. I love that environment. It's it was like an environment for a GQ photo shoot.
Totally.
And as you can see, I'm looking very GQ, but apparently
you are.
You decided not to allow me to look like a GQ person in this film. I had to look like who I am. Let's just.
And then the other picture that I really like, and this is the one that you came back on, is this one. Is you 2 walking away, and Sorry,
Yeah.
it's a little blurry. Like I'd mentioned, it's the best I could find on the internet. But I think that's a great shot. I really enjoy that.
Oh yeah, I do too. That was yes, I do like that. You don't have the picture of us all throwing popcorn in the air, do you?
I don't know. I could look for it, but no, I don't have that, unfortunately.
I'm not sure Bob even posted that. Bob,
No,
you're
not
in
yet.
and out. Where are you? In Des Moines or where are? There you are.
I'm in La Crosse, Wisconsin, I think. Is that right? Yeah, you know, John, if you want to cut in, like I can send you all the high res ones of these, if that helps you too.
Yeah, I mean that would be good because because I haven't done the review yet, and because I wanted to record this first, and then I would do the review. So I can use some. I mean, unless I could just grab them off of Google or something, you know, better looking.
Yeah, no, I know where you got. I know where you got this one, and they crunched it. But no, I've got good high res versions of everything, so I'll just email them to you after this.
Email him the picture of us throwing the popcorn up in the air. That was our last moment together on the desert, right?
Yeah. In
fact, I'd like a copy of
that. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's great. That was Barry's idea as far as because he
was the only thing I offered to the whole 2 days or 3 days I was there, besides a lot of tequila.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Nice. Well, one thing that I was mentioning to Speeder was that there's a scene in the documentary that I love, and it's at a convention where it's actor meets actor, and you're one of my favorites. This actor is one of my favorites, and it was like, I don't know, Batman meeting Superman or Obi-Wan, you know, meeting Anakin or something, and that's Flash Gordon meeting Ace Hunter. And to me, that was great because I think Flash Gordon, which would be 1980, would be a great double feature with Megaforce if you're just going to kind of do regular narrative movies. And then there's that Life After Flash that I think would be also a great documentary with this one, with Making Megaforce.
Yeah, well, Lisa Downs, the director of that,
she's produced, put money and got this thing going, as who did Life After Flash.
Poster for it right here. There we go. I got it right there.
Yeah, you do.
See, my name's on this poster.
Yeah.
Where is it? Second.
Yeah, when I was talking to him, whatever that actor's name is,
Sam Jones.
Yeah, this is a really good documentary too, and I'm a big fan of Flash myself. So,
Sam Jones.
Yeah, MJ Jones. Yeah.
Still
not nearly as good as Barry Bostwick, of course.
No, clearly.
Yeah. No, I didn't even know who the hell he was when we were talking. I mean, he knew, like I had to.
Yeah, I chased Sam Jones around for a couple years and did a DVD commentary and stuff with him. So again, just like I did with Barry, I chased down Lisa Downs while she was making that documentary and said, I want to contribute. So now that you know me, I'm in her documentary 4 or 5 times, I think, with my Flash Gordon movie.
Yeah, I just ordered it, and it's because I saw it a long time ago, and then watching Making Megaforce, seeing the poster in the background and going, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I need that. I need that. And so I ordered it that night.
Oh, great.
So it's coming.
Well, she's got 3 or 4 other films that she's made before that, and they're all equally as good as that one. She's got one about Flight of the Navigator, one about Neverending Story. Shoot, there was another one. I can't think of it right now because I'm so jet lagged. But yeah, everybody should check her out too. So it's great that Barry's frozen because now he can't tell me to stop talking. Like the first time ever.
I'm going to put this back up here to remind people you need to go see Making Megaforce. And if there's, is there anything else
Is this
that
me
you
or
would
you
like to
guys?
talk about? There we go. There's
Well,
It's
Barry's
you.
head.
You're back, though. We're finishing up, Barry, so you can close it out.
Do you want to say anything, Barry, before you
Wrap
go?
it
Anything
up.
you would like to promote or talk about or anything before we go?
No. Barry, just wave.
So,
It's so classic.
what about you, Bob? Would you anything you want to promote? More about this movie? Anything else you're working on?
No. This is my only game in town, so I just want to say thank you for reaching out to us. Hi, Barry. This is such my life these days. I really want to thank you a lot for having interest in the film and being so thoughtful around your analysis of it. So it means a lot, right? Like I did it for the fans. I did it for me being a fan as well. So it's really great that it's starting to resonate. So with people.
Yeah, decades ago, I wanted to do a documentary about the fans of Ed Wood, and
Sure.
even briefly spoke to Rob Zombie at a convention once, and he's like, "Oh, here's my agent's number," and stuff like that. But it turned out to be such a miserable experience that I just stopped it. And Barry's back.
God, I'm like an old shoe here. I'm here. I'm gone. John?
Yes, sir.
John, can I just leave?
Yes, but before, is there anything you would like to promote? Is there anything that you would like to say before you go? Because I really do appreciate you being here. I don't want to keep you too long, but is there anything you want people to know about?
No, nothing. This is it. I mean, I love this movie, and I'm hoping that Bob gets it out there and that you like it and that you give it a good review.
Definitely. Thumbs up.
And,
2 thumbs up.
And thank you. 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
Find another thumb.
Can I do this? With this
Okay,
one?
good. Well, thank you for allowing us to invade your Sunday. And
yeah.
Oh, well, no,
Bob,
thank
we'll talk
you.
later.
This is a pleasure and an honor. So
I'll talk to you soon, Barry.
And
thank you once again. This is meant a lot. Thank you.
Not too soon, Bob. Okay, come on. This is just getting really ill. You're a very sick man.
That's right. All right, so I'll call you later today then. Love you too.
Oh yeah, sure. Right after this, and then we'll I'm done. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you again.
Yep. So yeah, that's the man himself. He doesn't disappoint. So love that guy.
No, and thank you for letting him know what we were doing and having him.
Oh
on.
yeah.
So it really is. I'm not lying when I say that Barry Bostwick has been one of my favorites since Megaforce. I mean, he has so many movies. I don't even think I could watch them all. Movies, TV shows, music. I mean, there's no way of watching everything.
No,
but I have watched a lot, and he has always been, one of those actors that I've always enjoyed watching. So, oh wait, is Barry back? Did he come back?
Either that or he just butt dialed us.
I think he butt dialed. Yeah, because it looks very blurry. So, and thank you for being on here. I really do appreciate it. It's nice talking to you, and I really hope the best for this film. Oh, I think he is back. He is back. How do I get off this thing?
Yeah, we should go before he brings down the entire internet.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Can you hear me?
Yes. You're back.
God damn it! How do I get rid of you?
We're about to get rid of you.
Well, please, just put me in the trash somewhere.
All right, we're going to end it because when I hit
off my
end
phone.
recording, it disappears.
But it's been for 6 years.
It's actually funny hearing you say it and not see you.
Yeah. Okay, you can't see me. I can hear you. I don't hear you anymore.
All right, here we go. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining us for this episode of One Filmmaker, One Film. Thank you very much to Bob and Barry, and I wish you the best on making Megaforce. I hope that it does big and that it gets included in many Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays, and all that stuff. So
thanks.
Thanks a lot, John.
You're welcome. And I'm now going to, Barry, don't worry, I'm now hitting end recording, which means you should be completely gone. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.